most spectacular animals in the sea gather at a peculiar oasis. It is an ocean wilds of living marvels, long hidden from humanity, harboring creatures found nowhere else on Earth. Join one man's extraordinary odyssey through the least known realm on Earth. Undersea naturalist, adventurer, and filmmaker Feodor Pitcairn shares his unique vision of the ocean wilds. They are among the most famous islands on Earth, home to unique species whose separate existence at Galápagos inspired Charles Darwin's theory of evolution and forever altered our perception of life on Earth. Controlled by Ecuador, the 14 Galápagos Islands rise directly on the equator 600 miles off South America. Though legendary, the islands themselves are arid volcanic moonscapes, little inhabited by humans. Most of the famed creatures of Galápagos are sustained not by the islands, but by the rich seas that surround them. To document its undersea wonders, filmmaker Feodor Pitcairn has explored Galápagos 18 times. Often alone, he spends weeks gaining the acceptance of marine creatures and trying to imagine daily life in their world.
Sometimes the mood of the sea can change quickly. I may not know why, but I know when things are different. One afternoon I sense life accelerating, turning electric. A school of panic-stricken little fish race past. I can't see anything that might be causing the excitement. Then, a huge, shadowy figure appears high above.
One of the sea's most elusive giants appears at Galápagos. The whale shark is the largest fish in the sea, so enormous it is often mistaken for a whale. It can weigh 15 tons and reach nearly 60 feet. A fish twice the size of the largest known killer whale.
I'm enthralled by this close look at a creature few divers are ever privileged to see. Because whale sharks normally stay in the open ocean, we know far less about them than about most other sharks. She turns out to be a pregnant female. Perhaps Galápagos is a breeding ground for whale sharks. No one knows.
One known fact is an irony. This largest of all sharks is a gentle consumer of plankton and small fish. But where does it mate and give birth? How deep does it dive? How many are there? Seldom encountered, it remains shrouded in mystery.
Through my camera, I catch a glimpse of movement. To my amazement, the mother-to-be is accompanied by a male. A surprise, since whale sharks are believed solitary animals. To me, the appearance of these rare giants is further proof Galápagos is a wonderfully strange place. Its very existence is an oddity of nature. What we see as islands at Galápagos are actually the peaks of deep-sea volcanoes looming above the surface. Great submerged mountains built up by magma spewing from the floor of the abyss.
Within days of an eruption, organisms begin to colonize the new sea floor. The volcanic walls and boulders become an open sea reef of lava, similar to a reef of coral. Life accumulates across the lava habitat. Countless attaching organisms find hard surfaces to grip as catchholds in the currents. Predators arrive to roam the reef in search of food. Prey seek shelter among the maze of lava crevices. But the extraordinary richness of Galapagos is also due to its location. Some of the tropical ocean's richest currents intersect precisely where the volcanic mountains rise. The rivers of fertile water turn the reefs into pastures of life-sustaining algae. Such conditions exist nowhere else in the equatorial sea.
Often I come upon a school of grunts ripping up algae to expose the small crustaceans they like to eat. Driven by hunger, they tear into the bottom like a fish tornado. Hunger seems relentless in the sea. In the distance, a school of chubs has discovered algae growing on the shell of a turtle. In the ocean wilds, food is food, and this is a movable feast.
For carnivores, the huge fish schools grazing the reefs amount to an endless banquet. Isolated far at sea across the ages, many Galapagos creatures have undergone evolutionary change. Cormorants at Galapagos gradually lost the ability to fly. There were no mainland enemies to escape in flight and no need to travel far for a meal. They could find all the food they needed scouring the shallow bottoms near shore for fish. Their legs and feet grew larger to propel them, and their wings degenerated. Today, they're the only flightless cormorants on Earth. Nearly 1 out of 4 marine species here occur nowhere else, making Galapagos a living laboratory for the study of evolution. Diving is a life-and-death gamble for the iguana, which risks its life each time it feeds in the sea. Losing heat in the chill seawater, the iguana can grow so weak that waves can batter it to death against the rocks as it tries to return to shore. After each dive, iguanas bask in the sun and crowd together to recover body heat. All the while sneezing out excess salt absorbed while diving through a specially adapted nasal gland. The result? Fierce-looking creatures sneezing constantly, like children with the sniffles. Nothing about Galapagos is stranger than the presence here of penguins, thousands of miles north of the frigid Antarctic waters where other penguins live. It is a mystery how they arrived, perhaps blown here in an ancient storm, but they have endured as the world's only tropical penguin colony because of the unusually cool climate. The currents bathing the archipelago are predominantly chilly, creating a rare zone of coolness and nutrient-rich waters on the equator, and an unexpected oasis for penguins.
Penguins are normally timid around divers, but this afternoon they come to check me out. The encounter is brief. Young sea lions, tormentors of penguins, arrive looking for a way to amuse themselves. The penguin, surprised by the approach of a sea lion, streaks away like an undersea rocket. One day, a female hawksbill turtle glides past me. The hawksbill was once endangered as the source of the tortoise shell used in jewelry for centuries. She isn't a Galápagos resident, but a roving traveler. Perhaps while riding the currents across the Pacific, she has dropped in here for a meal. Algae beds in the open ocean are rare and make the archipelago a stopover for many migrating animals. The currents that nurture the algae she eats also make her work for her food, blowing her about between bites. The perpetual motion of the sea makes life richer, but sometimes harder. The turtle is followed about constantly by a hogfish, a local opportunist gobbling up tiny invertebrates exposed as the algae is removed. Just beyond, hammerhead sharks are swimming round and round. For years, their constant circling mystified me.
Few animals in the sea are so baffling as hammerhead sharks, and their mystery deepens at Galápagos. They roam the reefs in enormous schools of 100 or more, like menacing shadows. Though considered man-eaters, they never approach Pitcairn closely, and even seem wary of him.
On dive after dive, I watched these odd predators, puzzled by their seeming indifference. Strangely, they swim all day through species of fish they are known to eat, yet they never attack. I could see they were healthy adults of more than 6 feet. Obviously, they were feeding, but upon what and when? Curiously, they created no tension among the other animals on the reef. The hawksbill and the hogfish seem unconcerned, though the sharks, only yards away, are their dreaded enemies. Finally, the mystery was solved by research in Mexico on the same species of hammerheads. They ignore fish on the reef all day because they're resting as they circle. They hunt offshore all night, departing the reef at dusk to return with bellies full at dawn. One morning I discover a green turtle napping in the coral. She seems confused and drowsy. She's probably weary from the rigors of the mating season. In the fall, green turtles converge here from as far as 1,000 miles away. The breeding urge that brings them also changes their behavior. A normally shy male swims right up to me in his search for a mate. The surprise is mutual. I'm not exactly what he had in mind.
Often, females are mounted by one suitor after another. Males are so relentless in their ardor, females sometimes reject them purely out of exhaustion. The green turtle does not pair off for life, but mates with many of the opposite sex each season. In the vastness of the sea, these solitary animals might seldom encounter one another. However, Galapagos provides a rendezvous point, a landmark etched in the memory of the species.
Watching a breeding pair, I understand why females here seem tired during the mating season. The male rides like a passenger, holding on with his flippers, impregnating her through his tail. He can easily catch her breath, but she must do all of the work of swimming and must struggle just to stay near the surface for an occasional gulp of air. I constantly find creatures using the lava reefs as a haven for reproduction. The male damselfish stakes out a small bottom plot of algae which it tends as an egg nest. The problem for the damselfish is defending eggs that lie right in the traffic jam of the reef's predators. To me, the pugnacious damselfish is the toughest character on the reef, undaunted by any intruders. Throughout his lifetime, he never ventures more than a few feet from his nest, fending off enemies the whole time.
Reproduction may also help explain the presence of huge schools of hammerheads at Galapagos. The schools turn out to be mostly females that have migrated here en masse at an early age. At this secluded crossroads of rich currents, hammerhead mothers find abundant food during pregnancy and ideal conditions for the survival of their young.
There are still profound questions about these creatures. Why do such powerful predators gather in schools like small fish seeking protection? Why do males and females live apart? Why do they often shake their heads so abruptly? For years I believed the hammerheads of Galapagos had no enemies, but one day I am reminded that even these mighty predators are at risk. A female passes, trailing the monofilament line of a fisherman.
In a remote part of the islands, passengers aboard a tourist boat found and videotaped a haunting scene. The huge schools of hammerheads have begun to attract commercial fishermen who net the sharks, then later slice off their fins for sale to the shark fin soup market in the Orient. The lifeless carcasses are discarded as waste.
Intrusions could threaten the future of even this remote outpost, as its resources and beauty attract new waves of humanity. And now, the wild abundance of Galapagos remains little damaged. It is still a faraway kingdom in the sea, but it is a vulnerable kingdom. I hope it can be spared. tribe of eagle rays wings past me, like strange birds in slow motion, bound somewhere on some unknowable business. The great liquid space of the sea is their world, not mine. They're shaped by it and for it, attuned to its seasons and rhythms, and to fragrances, tastes, and sounds in seawater I can neither perceive nor understand. For me, it's enough simply to enter this realm, to be among its beings and to glimpse, if only briefly, the magic of life in another dimension.